Hi, welcome to the 3Robot demo. I'm just going to show you how the computer works and the buttons on the display. So I'm going to switch it on now. So when it comes on, you're introduced to a splash screen. And just press any button to continue. So now it's expecting you to move. So you can just press a piece on the board. And it will respond. I've got the arm turned off at the moment. So just going through the buttons from left to right, got new game, just hold down to start a new game. Clear, we'll cycle through some of the options, so you can pause the game, which will stop the clocks if you have to leave the game for any time. And there's option to load game 1 and game 2, there are 2 save slots. Save game 1, save game 2. These are all saved into the EEPROM on the Arduino Mega. Export the moves to an SD card, which is at the back. So this will be in a text format, which you can then load up into your PC and import into Lichess or chess.com. Calibrate square. This is for the arm, so you can test the accuracy of how it moves to each square. Reset arm, that's just to move the arm back to its start position in case the arm failed to complete its move. Splash screen, that's just to invoke the splash screen we saw at the start. And system info, so you can see the build and also memory usage. So level, so just press once and you can see the level is set at 1 second, and then you get the opportunity to increase it. And now I can press repeatedly to get the required time. The hint button is to display some text while you're playing, like clocks, the last move, so the total game time, white's total time, black's total time, and the evaluation. So that at the moment means it's parity. Training, I've got it set up to show the moves so far in the game. So using these 4 buttons I can go backwards and forwards. And also if it's a long game I can go right to the beginning, also right to the end. So if I just come out of that, I can load up a game previously. So I do load game 1. And here we got 29 moves, so I can go backward and forward there. And also jump right to the start. And then jump right to the end. And so those will be the moves that will be exported to the SD card. For the version set button, there's some more options. So computer on is whether you want the chess engine on or off. If you turn it off, then you can make moves manually for white and black. So for example, if you want to play out the first few moves of an opening, and then you can turn the computer on, and then it will play from that position against you. You turn the robot arm on and off. There's a screensaver, so the LCD screen goes off after a few seconds, which I find quite helpful. Opening book, whether to have that on or off. If you turn it off, then the engine makes all the opening moves, and it can look a bit random and un-chess-like sometimes. So I tend to have that turned on. And then you can change the colours. So if I turn the red component off of the LCD, the green is on. If I turn off the blue as well, then we'll get something that looks a bit greenish there. So I'll just turn the red back on. Right, the red is on, green, I'll turn that off. It's off, so we've got red as before. Take back, if you just hold for a second, it just give you some prompts to take back the previous move. This is from the previous game, by the way, which we just loaded. So I'll just do what it says. So it wants F8 back to H6. Okay, so right, and if you press go, then you're asking the computer to make the next move. If you want to autoplay, then press and hold go, and then the computer will make the moves on both sides. And depending on whether the arm is switched on, it will prompt you to make the moves yourself. Along here you've got the verify buttons for the 6 pieces, sorry. So pawns, again that's the previous game we just loaded up. Nice, and so on. And then the last 2 buttons adjust the brightness of the LCD screen. And you can turn the sound on and off. So those are all the buttons for the 3Robot.